Here in Medjugorje, and what's your name?
I'm Kath.
Where are you from?
I am from England, the East Midlands, but I came originally from Canterbury, so I'm familiar with the beautiful Canterbury Cathedral and all the pilgrims there. That was part of my upbringing.
Yeah.
But as part of my upbringing, you have to do it when you're at school. You have to do it as a routine. You take it for granted, same as the seaside. Take it for granted, don't appreciate it, don't appreciate the value. And then I've been on from the East Midlands and from through church, been to Walsingham. The pilgrimage is there to Our Lady of Walsingham. Never been abroad. Well, not unless you count a day trip to Calais in 1990. That's my quote. Never been abroad. And then about 18 years ago, I was at church and I was overhearing an earwigging, and one of our parishioners was trying to get sponsors to do a skydive. It's like, I want to do that. It's not your conversation, keep out. What did you want to do? I said, I want to do what they're doing. Said, oh, go on then if you must. So yeah, my experience is going up in a Cessna, jumping out at 10,000 feet. So, absolutely. And yes, anyway, this late we do things for birthdays, don't we? We've all got birthdays within about a month of each other. And this is the birthday treat. And last year, wasn't it, we went to the theatre and we went to see Jesus Christ Superstar. And that was our inspiration. And I've worked with Prav, known Prav many years, haven't we, worked together? And I've met Sue at church. Oh, that's another story. Yeah. She bundled me into the back of her car on Christmas Eve, and she wouldn't let me walk home through a rough area. And it's like, but I don't know who you are. Anyway, that's that. And we've been friends ever since, and I've known Prav forever. So I thought these two are going to get on well. So when I booked 3 theatre tickets and prayed, it's going to work, and they got on really well. So, and then Sue said, "Oh, birthdays, blah blah blah. Shall we go to Medjugorje?" It's like, yeah, okay. My mum had been when it was still in Yugoslavia, and she talked about it, and she talked again the rosary, the statues, the devotion to Our Lady, and I'd had that as again part of my upbringing. And like Sue, I'm a cradle Catholic. I've known nothing else, and I believe that Prav has got a stronger faith because she's chosen our faith. And my own sort of feeling from within is I see other people and how they're affected and their admiration, and that makes me feel stronger.
You listen to the journey of your friend, coming from Hinduism into the Catholic faith.
Yes, and that is just wow. So it's really inspirational. Yes, I haven't got that. I would like that, and I would like to have that depth, that feeling, and that, and look further and search further. And sort of research online or books. I like books, and I do like my Bible. I've got my school missal that we were given when we started at secondary school, the Gideon Bible, and I've got that here. Carry it around with me. Has the answers, life's adversities and various things, and I will refer to that, and I look at this chapter, or I look at this psalm, or I look at what they're advising, and I find the comfort. There is just so much comfort in reading that. Yes, and sometimes on a Sunday when you get a tract from the Bible, you've got to read round it because you've just got one passage, and it's taking a point, but something like the Transfiguration, you have to read round it, you have to read the whole piece to get the whole effect, to get the whole story and to bring it to the heart.
And now you are the first time here in Medjugorje?
Yes.
And how was the journey now?
I was terrified.
Mm-hmm.
I was absolutely terrified because I didn't know what to expect. And I think it is a fear of the unknown. And it really was a fear. And yes, so... But I came here because I wanted to find peace and healing. And I wanted to pray for peace and healing for people I know who are very, very poorly. And I had a phone call from one of my friends, and I sit for their son. I sit and support, as a support worker, support their autistic son while they have a break. And he's been very, very poorly, and I've been praying for him. And and his dad phoned me to tell me that Michael was feeling better, and I was so relieved. He has had sepsis. He's been very, very seriously poorly in hospital, and he just rang to say that they were hoping that he was going to come home soon. But he's been in hospital 8 weeks, and I'm like thankful. But that's prayers, and I do believe in the power of prayer.
Yeah, me too.
And when I go to Mass, I pray when the offertory prayers, and I pray at the consecration and praying, because in my heart, I believe that my one little voice, it's like me, 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 but everybody else is all praying at the same time, and this big prayer is going up to heaven. And everybody's saying the prayer, and this prayer is healing prayer.
That's powerful, no? You saw
Powerful.
It, right?
That is, yes, and I do think it's all very powerful, very powerful.
So you were a bit scared to come here now, and how was the experience now being here actually?
It was a little bit nerve-wracking at first. It was weird, and I hadn't had a very good experience on the first day, but once I'd sort of got beyond that and had got beyond the terror and fear, and then I came to find peace, I came to find comfort, and I came to find healing, and those have been today. We're going home, and like Sue says, but I want to stay here. I'm going to rob a bank and buy a house here. I better go to confession. It's just how I feel now after a week here. It is beautiful. It is marvellous. It's absolutely lovely.
Wow, beautiful. And what would you tell people why come here?
To find healing and spiritual relief, to find comfort and peace.
You are longing a long time for, no?
Yeah, I think so.
You prayed the rosary before?
I do. It's my go-to prayer. It's my healing prayer.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. And I'll take that with me. But as we were discussing as Father Leon says, it takes like 15-20 minutes of your whole life. And I do pray it every day, or most days, but I don't pray it more than once a day. I'll pray it once a day at bedtime, or I'll pray it, sort of perhaps sitting on the bus or something. And I've had a chaplet. I've always had a chaplet. And I bought a new handbag, and like Sue says, turn the handbag out once a year. And
you did it really?
yeah. and I've lost my chaplet. And I don't know whether it's in my coat pocket, whether it's in an old pocket of an old handbag, and I've lost one of my rosaries. So again, it must be in one of the handbags. I don't turn my handbags out. I just dump them on the peg and buy a new one. So I'm a really bad person. And so I'm sure if I was to turn out that bag and this bag and all of the other bags that are just like, I'll do that another day. But yeah, so I've bought myself a new chaplet. And my souvenirs is like, all about me. Oh, I want, oh, I like, oh, and I need. And yeah, bought myself a new rosary, bought a chaplet.
New life? Seems like a new life started.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, beautiful.
And
Beautiful.
we men learn, for women, handbag is important.
Yeah, you said it. You said it.
And you go to daily mass?
No, I don't I go to mass on Sundays.
And how is it for you?
It's my comfort. I left home at 18 to go to college, and my friends and we sort of looked around to find a church, and we all found one that we liked. But then for the first 3 weeks it's like, hey, we don't have to go to mass, hey, we're free. And then we all missed it, and we found it was our comfort. And all of my friends that go back to childhood, to primary school, and we still all now go to mass. But all in going back to Facebook, and my family and friends are on Facebook. I do this rubbish scrolling, but I use it as a communication as much as anything, because I can contact my family.
Beautiful.
I can keep in touch with family and friends. And I think it's just a reminder of who we are and how important these people are, but also the comfort. And it's just so important. But for me,
to connect also, no? With
to connect, yeah.
That's what you learned also here. You saw there's a lot of connection going on. People
Yes.
talking to each
Oh,
other
yeah.
about the faith.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people. Yeah, I've met lovely people here, and yeah.
Confession for you?
I'm the lady with the handbag that turns it out once a year. I'm not very good at confession, but having said that, my grandson is making his first communion this year, so I might use that as just a kick up the bum and a kickstart as to get yourself into gear and make sure I go, and because my parents would send us, and as teenagers, no.
You don't want to go if it's for... it's
No,
not properly
it's not explained. And you're sent to confession, you're not taken, you're not encouraged, and it's not explained. And you still have this 7-year-old, isn't it? 7-year-old mentality. And your little shopping list of, I stole 2 biscuits, or and that's the mindset and the mentality. And I've got to get onto the grown-up level. But I don't want to be a grown-up. It's overrated. And then, like Father says about being childlike and accepting things. So I've got to, get that little balance. Get that little in-between bit.
Yeah. That's right what you said, because we should be like children.
Yes.
In the heart, my brother always said, every day I get a bit younger. That's the Catholic faith, more free, more soulful.
Yes.
It's so nice what you said, because it was for me the same thing. Why should I go confession? I did this, I talked bad to my parents, and I always wrote the same thing down.
Yes, and it was the same, and yes, and as you
That's
said,
why we do the videos, to show what it really is, that it's liberating, it's
it is. I must admit, I always feel about 2 stone lighter from here, from the heart up, like, and when we offer our soul and we offer our heart, and it's like, oh God, it's hard to live this heart, because the heart and the soul go together, don't they? And I do believe that, So I've got to kickstart and. Yeah.
That's the message from Medjugorje. We all got to kickstart our faith.
Yes,
Get
definitely.
on fire.
And be a better person. I want to be. I think I'm a good person, but I want to be a better person. But I don't want to be better than anybody else. I want to be better than me.
So beautiful. Thank you for that beautiful interview.
Thank you.